The Panther Clipper Mk2 is the biggest hauler ever added to Elite Dangerous. But does size really matter here? Let's find out. As most commanders know by now, the Panther Clipper was a ship in the original Elite series back in the days of yore. It's reborn now as the Mk2. So what is there to know about the Panther Clipper Mk2?
It's big. But that's pretty much it.
Let's face it, the Panther Clipper's main selling point is that it's big. Or more accurately, that it has a lot of cargo capacity. The most available by any ship in the game, actually. The Type 9 and Cutter come in around 790 tons, and the PC-2 blows them both out of the water, topping out at 1,238 tons of cargo space. How? Well, it's the only ship in the game that can use Mk2 cargo racks, which are exclusive modules that hold 50% more than standard racks. So let's deck the Clipper out. First, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. So in the capable slots, we'll put the Mk2 racks. That's one size 8 and one size 7 slot. Now, I could go shieldless, but I'm not that brave, so I'll sacrifice one size 6 slot for a shield generator. Why size 6? Because that's the smallest shield generator that can cover the PC-2's enormous bulk. Every other slot, though, gets cargo space. Well, except for the auto docker, because I really don't feel like parking this beast. So, all said and done, that got us up to 1,172 tons of cargo space. Now look, we know this thing is going to handle like a brick on a frozen lake. So, I did a little outfitting and engineering to make it somewhat tolerable. First, I upgraded the thrusters to A-rated, and gave it a few grades of dirty drive engineering. And since we'll be hauling cargo across systems, I also upgraded the FSD to an A-rated drive, and gave it 3 grades of increased range engineering. Why only 3 grades of engineering? Because that's what I had materials for. Don't judge. Other than that, I A-rated the power plant and D-rated everything else to cut down on mass, because this thing is big enough already. Now, with these changes, the handling is actually better than I anticipated it would be. If you're used to flying a Type 9 around, I can honestly say that the Panther definitely doesn't feel any worse than the Type 9. So, if we're going to do this, then let's make it worth it. There's a community goal going on right now for hauling construction materials to Starlace Station in Minerva. So if we're going to haul, might as well get some bonuses out of it. So, let's see what's close to Minerva that sells CMM composites. Looks like Umbreon Landing in LHS 1044 has an ample supply, so that should work. By the way, I would have killed for all of these when I was constructing my first colonization outpost, but whatever. Alright, off we go. Unladen jumps of around 28 light years? Yeah, I can deal with that.
Fire restrictions are in operation at this terrestrial facility.
And welcome to Umbreon Landing. We'll pick up our 1,172 tons of CMM composite. Then set a course for Minerva. And let's do some space trucking. Alright, here we are, Starlace Station. Okay, I gotta say, this thing does look pretty badass when it sits on the ground. Like an animal, crouching in the tall grass, stalking its prey, or... Oh, it's like a panther. I get it now. So, first let's make sure I'm signed up for the CG. There we go. Now, let's sell our first haul in the Panther Clipper Mk2. And there we go, made $69 million in profit. But let's see what else we get. Well, just for being a part of the CG, we'll get a bonus 100 mil, plus some pre-engineered cargo racks, and a special decal. So, there we have it. We filled up the Panther's big belly and made some cash with it. So the question is, would I trade in my Type 9 for the Panther Clipper? Yeah, like yesterday. Let's be honest, the Type 9's draw was its cargo capacity. And this thing trounces it there. And it doesn't handle any worse, and has a bigger array of hardpoints and utility mounts. So, yeah, I guess the Panther Clipper Mk2 just completely obsoleted the Type 9. Hell, I might even actually finish construction on my colony space stations now. Next up, I'll give it a whirl for laser mining, but that's for another day. So be sure to stay tuned for that and so much more here on Mile 13 Gaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next down in the comments. And as always, fly dangerously, Commanders. I'll see you next time.